Indoor Stadium in Cincinnati. Today, a good one in store. It's the Chicago Bears and the Cincinnati Bengals.
Bengals fans, please welcome your 2025 Cincinnati Bengals.
Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen with you. Evan McPherson getting this one started. Off we go from Cincinnati. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So here come the Bears and their quarterback for the second straight year. Number 1 pick in the 2024 draft. It's Caleb Williams.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year 2. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year 2, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year 2 is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
The tackle made by DJ Hill. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 5. A quick throw. The RPO is complete. So he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
They'll try to run for it. It's Swift. It's a pickup of 12. Good for a Bears first down.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Pick it up.
And that's a heck of a run there on 3rd and 1. So often these backs, they're just thinking, all right, just get 1 yard, pick up the first down. But not this guy. He's thinking, I know where the marker is, but I'm going to pick up as many yards after that as I can. That's exactly what he does. Fresh set of downs.
Rolling to the left. He's going to run it. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a first down.
Yards. That's another Bears first down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
That's deep for the back of the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Post and Loveland. Touchdown, Chicago. They find the end zone here on the opening drive, and Greg, they're able to do it in the air.
Mike, it makes you wonder, is this drive a sign of things to come? I mean, this secondary, they had their hands full there. Are we going to see it repeated throughout the rest of this game, or are they going to have some answers on defense?
Now Cairo Santos to add the point after. He's got it. And the Bears will take a 7-0 lead.
Bears 7, Bengals nothing.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. This taken at the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Cincinnati offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the veterans still going. Former Super Bowl MVP, comeback player of the year in 2023, it's Joe Flacco.
You know, it's funny how time flies, Mike, and we won't call him old. We'll just call him experienced. And here's a guy who's been doing this for a really long time at a high level, and he's going to hope that some of that experience works in his favor today. And when he plays well, this is proven to be a really hard team to beat.
Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Now, faking the give. Short one here to Hudson. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Now here's a keeper on this own read. The defense not biting. They stay at home, and they tackle him for no gain.
The decision whether to keep the ball or to hand it to the back happens so fast. In this case, the quarterback thinks it was a keep read. The defense was there ready to stop him. Tackle for loss.
3rd and 5. Now Flacco. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up, and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Bears offense ready now for their second drive. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
A 5-yard pickup on the play, and it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, it's Williams. He'll get this underneath to Swift. And it looks like he's going to have the 1st down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. A gain there of 15. 1st down, Chicago.
Bears, 1st down. A gain of 15. 1st down, Bears.
always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the first down.
Rome Odunze, the one he was looking for. And that will lead to a second down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down? Truth be told, the tight end probably would have been better off dropping that ball. But let's talk about this corner. Not only diagnosing the play, but being physical enough to bring the big tight end down for a loss.
3rd and long. Throw it again. It's Williams. Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
Little miscommunication there. Now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
On 4th down, the Bears send out their second-year man, Torrey Taylor, to punt. Charlie Jones, the return man for the Bengals. And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Bengals offense ready to take over for their second possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Case Brown. And he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Bear on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Brown. And a missed tackle there. He pushes forward. It will give him 4 yards.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
And he gets this up close to the 40. Andrew Billings from the interior there to bring him down.
It's a gain of 2.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. He gets that to his big target there. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. It's a gain of 28 as they convert on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
On the ground, it's Brown. And showing the quick feet there as he gets forward for a pickup of 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 7. Here's Flacco to throw. The pressure gets there, and Down he goes. Dio Odengbo gets him for a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. To throw is Flacco. He'll find Case. That's complete. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up 4th down.
4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem. And that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
McPherson now, after making the field goal, is set to kick this one off. On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to come back out for this next possession. The lead sits at 4. So we'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Shotgun draw, trying to catch him off guard here, Mike, but the defense was having none of it. Thought it took a little too long to develop. Gave that defense enough time to get back there, stop him for no gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Another run here. Another run by Swift. He's going to have a Bears 1st down. They'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
It's a gain of 11. And the Bears 1st down. A gain of 11 on the play.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
Into the secondary again. And he'll be brought down, but what a run. Down to the 40. A gain there of 21. Good for a Bears 1st down.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll go play action here with Williams. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Bear on the field. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and None of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
And that is incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
Here's Torrey Taylor now. The punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense. Automatic first down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll run here with the rookie. He brings this to about the 26-yard line. Barrett harder that time there to make the play.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Second down, they need 7. A play fake. Now Williams. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10.
A gain of 19 yards.
About 19 yards on that one. They're in business. It's 1st and goal.
1st and goal.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of over.
And he'll take this one in. DeAndre Swift. Touchdown, Bears. Greg, offensive coordinator's script the start of the game. This script has read perfectly. What a great start for this offense.
It just seems like every play this offensive coordinator dials up is perfectly timed and then perfectly executed. They've been aggressive. They've been efficient right since the start of this one. And I'll tell you what, Mike, if they continue to build on this lead here early, it's going to be a long day for this defense.
Santos, good on the extra point. And the Bears extend their advantage to 14-3. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. This is fielded inside the 5. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Flacco. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. Noah Fant was the intended target. And it'll be 2nd down.
quarterback's trying to give his big tight end a chance to go up and use that large catch radius, unable to connect. Little letdown here for the tight end community, Mike.
Here's the ground. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
They come to the line needing 11 here on third down. Flacco to throw. He'll find Andre Yosibas. A gain there of 16 yards. It's a Cincinnati first down.
It's a gain of 16 yards. And the Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
I think the defender thought he had himself a pick here, Mike. He saw that curl coming the entire way, but unfortunately for him, it was a curl and go. They took him deep. Leads to a huge pickup.
He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That is going to be pulled in. He's got it. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
This is when you're very fortunate as an offensive play caller, Mike, that you not only have the speed on the outside, but you got the big arm behind center, because it doesn't get real fancy. If you can hold up in the protection, you're saying run as fast and as far as you can. I'm going to throw it as far as I can, and when you connect, it is a thing of beauty, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
Evan McPherson now to kick the extra point. The kick is good. And the Bengals are back within 4. It is 14-10. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They'll start out first down and 10. Start on the ground, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
They'll stick with him again. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
Tackle at the 25-yard line. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Third, they need 8. On third down, it's Williams from the gun. And that is incomplete.
So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points. But after that 3rd down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
Here's the punter now. And John to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. Fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. Jamar Chase headed back out there along with the rest of his Bengal teammates. And what a start he's off to. You don't want to start prorating numbers out for 4 quarters, but fair to say, his defense is going to have to find some way to slow him down. Here's Flacco. This one complete to Higgins. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
It's a pickup of 6.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Got to give a lot of credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was plenty of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. I thought the protection was actually pretty solid. But at the end of it, there was just nowhere to go, and he had no choice but to just throw that ball away.
Here's Ryan Rico now. He's on for the second time and wouldn't mind a carbon copy of that first kick. A fair catch signals, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The Bears offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Quick toss to Burton. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a first down.
Nice job there, getting the ball to your slot receiver and then letting him get to work. It's a nice feeling as a quarterback when you can just have a short throw still result in a big game.
He'll get this out wide.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 43-yard line.
1 quarter in the books. It's the Bears off to the early lead. Greg and I back here in Cincinnati after this. Bears in possession here to start the second quarter. From the 43, it's 2nd and 3 as we are ready to get back underway. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down, Chicago.
First down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold them to just a short game.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 6. Now give on the ground. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Throwing is Williams. He gets this complete to Burton. And it's a gain of 19 to the 19-yard line.
That's another Bears first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
Brought down by Jordan Battle. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 11-yard line.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he will get into the end zone. Kyle Manunga. Touchdown, Chicago.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Santos for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bears are out to a 21-10 lead.
Bears 21, Bengals 10.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Charlie Jones now to return. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense ready to take over once more. They'll look to make some inroads here. They're down 21-10 in this one as they come up on a 1st down. Throwing, Flacco. There's the big tight end pass. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
That's good.
Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drop.
10 at the 48-yard line.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession's going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
They'll run here with Brown, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
To the left side, caught by Chase. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase. And now it's 4th down.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation. At that down and distance, they had run and pass. both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Open man, right side, he's got it. And he's going to have a Bengals 1st down as they wind up getting 13 on 4th down.
Yards. And the Bengals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
A carry here for Brown. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Mike, the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
Some pretty good speed coming off the line there, and it helped him disrupt that draw. Well, I don't even think disrupting is the right word. He flat out stopped the draw, handing them a loss.
They bring Chase in motion. Throwing now on 3rd and long. He'll let this go towards the end zone. That one incomplete. Hovering outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Bengals are able to get it back within a score.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
McPherson now, after making the field goal, is set to kick this one off. A return now from the 4. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. DeAndre Swift and the Bears offense set for their next possession. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. 1st down and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
And be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
They'll run it on the inside handoff. And they'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 4. Working out of the gun. Here's Williams. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
On comes the punter now, as he's on to punt for Chicago. A fair catch signaled and taken at about the 18-yard line. The Bengals offense headed back to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Play fake. He'll look to throw. Passing right side, and Chase has it. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a 1st down in this spot.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move, and that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run.
And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another 1st down.
And Mike, you know the best time to pick up 1st downs is? On 1st downs. Don't wait for 3rd down. We see it here. 3 plays in a row, 3 1st downs on chunk plays, and this offense is rolling.
They'll stay on the ground. And he'll drive this one forward down to the 36. Montez Sweat there on the tackle.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Now Flacco. Pass caught left side by Fant. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
We'll find Brown out of the backfield. And he's close to another 1st down. This is brought down just shy of the marker.
It's a gain of 9.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So, you know, the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
On the ground, here's Samaje Perine. And that'll be a gain of 2 and a 1st down.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit.
In trouble, and down he goes. T.J. Edwards in for the the sack. It is a loss of 8. And now it's 3rd down.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive. And what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. And it sets up 4th down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
A 40-yard attempt.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Bengals are back within 5.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
McPherson now, after making the field goal, is set to kick this one off. Duvernay on the return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Bears offense ready to see what they can do. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this 1st down. Caught by Burden. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and a yard. A handoff as they try to run it here. He'll have a 1st down as he gets this up close to the 40-yard line.
A 7-yard gain. That's good for a Bears 1st down.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll get up beyond the 40 to the 41-yard line. Demetrius Knight there on the tackle.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 41-yard line.
It is 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Williams. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
On 3rd down, it's Williams. Throw right side, caught by Odunze. Very close to a 1st down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Bengals offense and Joe Flacco getting ready for the next possession. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. And he looks to add to them with another drive here. Handoff here, up the middle. And that is really well read defensively. They get him down back at the 9-yard line.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Oh, a loose football. It's picked up by one of his teammates.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 11.
So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati in a moment. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. The tight end Fant in motion. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. This one deep downfield for Chase. That is brought in. And he's going to take this one all the way. 87 yards. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
I think so often, Mike, we put so much stock, and really unnecessarily so, in how strong all these quarterbacks' arms are. Because for most throws, it doesn't really matter, but tell you what, for this last throw, there's just not a lot of guys in the league that can not only throw it that far, but be that accurate. And you got a receiver with some speed that can get a step or two on the defender, throw it up, and it results in 6.
On is McPherson for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Bengals will up it to a 2-point lead.
Bears 21.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Bears offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to, what they call, punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Here's Williams now to throw. That's over the middle and taken in by Odunze. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half.
Second and 6.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
Here's 2nd and 6. Throw it again. It's Williams. That pass is caught by Burden. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
It's a gain of 8.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
The big tight end, Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. It's 2nd down.
He was covered by
It's one of those balls where the quarterback wishes there was a string. The second it came out of his hand, he wished he could just pull it back because from the moment it left his hand, that looked like a sure interception. And the only reason it wasn't because the defender just flat out dropped it.
Throwing again, Williams. They'll look to set up the screen here. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. That's a second charge timeout to Chicago. Clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Williams to the air once more. That one on target to Moore. And he's going to have the first down. They convert on 3rd, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
First and goal, Chicago.
Try to throw again. Here's Williams. That is caught. Back corner of the end zone. Cole Kmet. Touchdown, Bears.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end in the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. But let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here going into halftime changes this entire game.
On is Santos for the PAT. The kick is good, and the Bears will up the lead to 5.
28, Bengals 23.
So, final seconds of this first half. Looks like they'll take a lead into the locker room as the kick's away. This will be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
23-yard line.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So, halftime straight ahead. And we go down to Scott Hansen, who has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen here on the 5th Floor Studios. A little abridged version of the halftime report here, as both defensive coordinators might be having speaks with their players. That begs the question, can any defense get a stop in the second half? To find out, let's go back out to the stadium and join our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. Probably a tough halftime for the defensive coordinators, trying to do something to slow down these offenses. What a show they put on in the first half. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Jamar Chase headed back out there along with the rest of his Bengal teammates. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here. They'll begin it with 1st and 10. Here's a run to begin this third quarter. A big hole. Still going. And they won't catch him. He'll go all the way. 76 yards. Touchdown, Cincinnati. That was some kind of run, Greg. We saw him break a tackle and then use his elusiveness to get to the end zone for the score.
Mike, for me, it's all watching his feet. I mean, look at him work. His ability to make guys miss in the open field is special. And I'll tell you what, that play, that was something to watch.
And now, after the big play, got to cut that celebration short because they're going to stay out and go for
the
2.
Bengals will line up for the 2-point
Flacco. That'll be caught, and he is not able to get to the goal line, so they stop him, end up the lead up to 3. It remains a 1-point game. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Duvernay on the return. They'll get this up past the 20. And that's where they'll set up shop. The Bears offense. And their running back set to go once more. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Now a give up the middle. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
Throwing on 2nd down. Williams. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. Chris Jenkins Jr. in there for a loss of 5 on the sack, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, as they face this possible 3 and out following that 2nd down sack, now if you're the quarterback, you've got to be thinking, get the ball out of my hand, find a matchup I like downfield, and try to push this ball past the sticks and keep this drive alive.
Third and 10. It's Williams from the gun. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. Luther burdened the intended target. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
The Bengals offense back onto the field for their next possession. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. Now Brown. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. His running backs had a really nice day. So in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
2nd and 10. Here's Flacco. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really nice coverage there defensively. And here you find yourself in a one-score game. Like, he understands the value of protecting the ball. Really smart decision. Throw it away. Snap it again.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Throwing, Flacco. They'll set up the screen to Brown. Woo! And he's out of bounds, up close to the 45-yard line. Give him 13 on that screen play, and a 1st down.
And as a defensive coordinator, this just drives you nuts. You have a team in 3rd and long. You think you're going to go rush the passer. And what do? They change it up. They slip the offensive lineman out in front of the back and drop it off. And he picks up a big gain and converts the 1st down. We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield. So that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game. I can't tell you, Mike, how many of these offensive skill players around the league, they look at man coverage as like a personal offense. After that last completion on the way back to the huddle, I think he had a few choice words for him. I think he said, hey, man, you can't guard me one-on-one. You better ask your coach for some help, because if he doesn't, you're going to be in for a long day.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. Pick up on the 11 yards on that one. And the Bengals going to have a 1st down.
1st and 10.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
Space to run inside the 20. And he's into the end zone. Samaje Perine. Touchdown, Bengals.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
McPherson now for the PAT. He gets it to go, and the Bengals are going to open up the lead to 8.
Bengals 36, Bears 28.
the TD on is McPherson to kick this one away. He'll start at the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Going to get a stoppage here. We have an injured Bengal on the field. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. First down, and they'll run. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Williams to throw on second down. That's out left and complete to Burden. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Bear on the field. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for first and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. Off-balance throw, it's complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They get 21 on that one. Good for a Bears first down.
And a Bears first down.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
On first and 10, it's Williams. This one not quite on target. Too much. That one falls incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
On second down, it's Williams. That's caught left side by Odunze. Call it a gain of 13. First down, Chicago.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. Probably should have given that one up. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
A lot of defense's strategy of defending the zone read, Mike, is we want that quarterback to pull the ball. It's one of their few chances throughout the course of the game where they can get their hits on them, and in this case, they're able to hold them to no gain.
On second down, they'll run. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
It is third and long. Williams. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's fourth down.
Well, when you call a screenplay, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here, and really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
A 52-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is good.
Makes the score.
And the Bears
Bengals 36,
are back within
Bears
5.
31.
Cairo Santos, following the made field goal, back out to kick this one away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Bengals offense and Joe Flacco getting ready for the next possession. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, he'll try to keep it going. Here's Brown. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Well, the defense gets a rare win. We've seen this ball carrier have his way on the ground pretty much all day today, Mike, and give credit to the defense. They were able to get back in the backfield with some penetration and bring them down for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. On play action, he'll set up to throw. A lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. T. Higgins, the intended receiver on that one. Now it's going to be 3rd down. Flacco to throw. He'll air one out for Higgins. That is caught. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 52 yards.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Going to get a stoppage here. We have an injured Bengal on the field. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Now Flacco. That's hauled in at the 2. Oh, the elusiveness on display there. Nifty footwork setting up 1st and goal.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves 1st and goal inside the low red zone.
Hero. And looked like he might have had a lane, but the defense closed quickly. He did not get in. 2nd down.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
One in. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
This is a play, Mike, that makes me want to run down there, throw on a uniform, and try to help out. I mean, I think at this point, I could help clear enough room to get 1 yard. Heck, I might be able to get 1 yard myself. That's disappointing that they're unable to capitalize.
Line of scrimmage to the 4. It's 3rd down and goal. To throw is Flacco. And that is one in the end zone. He's in. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Cincinnati. That is his third touchdown of the afternoon. And that is the hat trick. What a game. His third touchdown reception of this one.
And nothing they've done to slow him down has worked, Mike. This defense, they're throwing multiple guys at him. They're playing man. They're playing zone. It doesn't matter. This guy is having his way, and he's having a day.
On is McPherson for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Bengals will extend this third quarter lead.
Bears 31.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Duvernay on the return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Bears offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And he's got it to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Williams. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Yes, it's really well executed here, and you see this in so many offenses around the league, Mike. These slant routes are either built in or what they call hot routes or sight routes. The receiver sees the blitz, and they break their route off. It gives an easy target for the quarterback, and it gives great opportunity for run after catch.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. 15 more on that connection. They're making it look easy. That's another first down. Off play action. Here's Williams. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Now Williams. Toward the middle, that's caught by Moore. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
And the Bears
Well, they hook up again. Second time on this drive. And this one's good for 18 yards and a first down. On the bootleg, it's Williams. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he loses the football. And it looked like one of the Bears was able to get in there. He did, so the ball stays with Chicago.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. To throw is Williams. He'll step up and run. It is a gain of 23 yards, and now they'll have 4 shots at it. It's first and goal.
23 yards. That's another Bears first down.
What I like the most here is just the decision that when he wants to be a runner, he commits to being a runner, and he's able to weave his way downfield, pick up the first down, sets up first and goal.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. Now they'll pitch it out here. And he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10.
It's a loss of 5.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal.
Throwing is Williams. He takes off. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Great job in coverage here. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. He decides to tuck it and turn it to a runner. They get to him quickly. Picks up a couple yards, but not enough now. Brings up third down.
Third and goal. Here's Williams now to throw. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Caleb Williams. Touchdown, Chicago. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Santos for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Bears have cut the deficit to 5. Going to get a stoppage here. We have an injured Bengal on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Jones now on the return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Bengals offense and running back Chase Brown headed back onto the field. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Short one there to his tight end, Fan. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Second and 6 at the 27-yard line.
Ball on the 27. Here's second and 6. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that second down sack, Really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3 and out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Here's Flacco to throw. Oh, he's got a man. That's caught by Brown. And they will get him down at the 35-yard line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. Pickup of 46 yards.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Mike, it just seems like certain games each week just align for matchups like we're seeing today. Just two quarterbacks trading blow for blow, putting on a show for their respective teams. Let's see if he can finish this drive off with another touchdown following that big play.
That's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
So, back and forth they go as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 3. On 2nd down, here's a run to begin the 4th quarter. And he will not be able to get free. Picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
So out now, Evan McPherson in a big spot. This to stretch the lead to a touchdown. This one has plenty of leg. And it is good. A big 3 points as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
McPherson now, after making the field goal, is set to kick this one off. Duvernay on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 27-yard line.
A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Bear on the field. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Big play coming up. This is third down. In motion, it's Odunze. On third down, it's Williams. And that is incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
The Bears send out their punt team. We forced a punt, trailing here in the fourth quarter. Fair catch made here, and the drive will start at the 23-yard line.
First and 10.
The Bengals offense and Joe Flacco getting ready for the next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. Now, faking the give. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Gervon Dexter. He's in for the sack. It's going to be a loss of 8 to begin the drive.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
They bring Chase in motion. Throwing, Flacco. That's taken in by the running back, P-Ron. Get about 6 before he's taken down.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
3rd and 11. Here's Flacco. He's going to let this one go deep. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
Fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. The Bears offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll begin here on the ground.
good for a Bears first down. A gain of 16 yards. And the Bears
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
He's got Loveland free left side. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
It's a gain of 7.
This is a great example of why teams want to stay out of what they call passing downs, where a defense doesn't have to honor the run. In this case, they do, and man, the play-action pass just works off of that and can really lead to some chunk plays.
Up the middle they go. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is. First down.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
The tight end, Komet, is on the move. They'll stay on the ground. Not much happening there. Just a short gain.
The tackle by Chris Jenkins. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Williams. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Well, you know, Mike, if I had to guess, I'd say that's probably not what they had in mind when they called that play, but those guys on defense, it felt like they knew what was coming from the start, and they got to him in a hurry.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really nice sequence of plays here defensively, not only to force the 3rd and long, but then you really take away all of the quarterback's options downfield, left him with nothing really else to do but to just simply throw that one away.
The Bears sending out their punt team. And this is going to pin him back. It's out of bounds inside the 10. Jamar Chase headed back out there along with the rest of his Bengal teammates. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been unquestionably the star of the show, as they have just absolutely had no answer on the defensive side of the ball. On the ground, this is Piro. And he's going to give ground and lose yardage here. Back to the 6.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
The tight end, Fant, in motion. Flacco. There's Fant, open, right side. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 7.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to let it go deep for Chase. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
The Bears offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. down run. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
The tackle by Demetrius Knight. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 8. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Working out of the gun, here's Williams. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. It's a gain of 12 there. Good for a Bears first down.
That's good for a Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
13 more yards.
That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another first down.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
We spend so much time talking about these receivers. How fast do they run, Mike? How high do they jump? But so often, the guys that have the most success in the NFL, it's the mental part of the game. It allows them to create separation, find soft spots in the defense, attack defenders. That's exactly what he's able to do here, and really nice connection.
Made at the 24-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 8. Williams. Forced out wide. And Williams hit the deck there, but after he picked up the first down.
13 yards on the play. That's another Bears first down. A gain of 13
We've seen this
yards.
quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Bear on the field. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Williams to throw on 2nd down. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Here is a big one. 3rd down and 2. Here's Williams. Good blocking, and he's in. Caleb Williams. Touchdown, Chicago. Greg, how often do we say it's a one-possession game, but that's a two-part story? Part 1 taken care of right there with the touchdown.
All right, Mike, so they go down and they get the all-important touchdown. But only half the time is this truly a one-score game. They need this two-point conversion here to tie it up.
So let's see if the Bears can keep it rolling as they go for 2.
The Bears will line up for the two-point conversion.
Operating from the shotgun, and he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
So the lead is down to just 2 now in the fourth quarter as they kick it off. Jones now on the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. Jamar Chase headed back out there along with the rest of his Bengal teammates. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a 1st and 10. To throw. This one complete to his tight end Fant. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the 1st down.
Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. A gain there of 11. It's a Cincinnati 1st down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a 1st down.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now Flacco. That'll be swung out wide to Brooks. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Now listen, I'm going to give the guy credit. It was a really nice catch, keeping his feet in bounds along the sidelines. It just doesn't amount to much in the grand scheme of things.
They need to get this to the 23. Here's 3rd down. To throw is Flacco. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
So out now, Evan McPherson in a big spot. This to stretch the lead to more than a field goal. This one has plenty of leg. And it is good. So it is still a one-score game, but a little more breathing room now. McPherson now, after making the field goal, is set to kick this one off. A safe kick taken at the 5. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to get back at it. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. He did a nice job skipping away from one tackle, then going forward, gain of 5. It'll be second down. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Bear on the field. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. From the 31, here is second down and 5. On the give, it's Johnson. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
He's brought down at the 31. A gain of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Big play here. Crowd on their feet for 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Williams. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end, and at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He'll air it out down the middle. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the safety, Geno Stone.
I think when he goes back and watches this film, that's certainly going to be a ball he wishes he could get back. He puts a little too much air on it, and they're able to make a play, and they get themselves off the field.
Jamar Chase headed back out there along with the rest of his Bengal teammates. The tight end Fant in motion. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. Take us to the 2-minute warning. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. A run, it's Pima. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. And quickly, the clock stops again. Defense taking the timeout. $1:54 to go.
A corner who is not only a good tackler, Mike, but a willing tackler can be a huge asset to any defense. So often they get a bad rap. They're considered just pass defenders. They want to run around. But for a guy to be able to come up and force the run and keep this to no gain, man, that makes a big difference on any defense.
Here's Hero. And he's going to be out of bounds. just shy of midfield. A pickup of 12 yards. And the Bengals going to have a first down.
This is the moment in the game, Mike, where it really matters to have a run game. You find yourself winning here late. You want to try to run the clock out and finish with the ball. And boy, do they ever. Give credit to this offensive line and running back. They came through when their team needed them the most.
A gain of 4 as he's taken down. The Bears go ahead, take their third and final timeout. And they'll get together prior to this second down play.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now, it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Here's 2nd and 6. On the carry is Piro. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
A gain of 2 on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
They'll try to get this one on the ground. Moving this to the 36-yard line will give them enough. Chains will move. It's a first down.
That's another Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
And with the game on the line, Mike, here, 4th quarter, you put the ball in the hands of your running back behind this big offensive line. Great job, 2 hands on the ball. Powers ahead for the first down, and that should all but end this one.
So this one in the win column for the Bengals. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.